All right, welcome back to Cruise Control. Today is exciting. We get to talk about the brand new 2022 Honda Civic Si. Let's get to that right now.
Welcome to Cruise Control. My name is Eric. We're going to start looking at some new cars and used cars to find out what's the best option for you. Let's see what's up next.
Let's get to this Si. And let's get to the big horsepower numbers. Yes, that's what we wanted. We wanted 220, 230, maybe 240 horsepower. Some of us were speculating. I mean, my friend and I, we've been talking about it finally no longer making 205 horsepower. And finally, Honda has made a change in horsepower. It no longer makes 205 horsepower. That was all the way back to the 9th Gen Si. That thing came out with 205 horsepower, and it's been like that for 10 years. So finally, Honda made a change to 200 horsepower. Yeah, I'm going to let that sink in. They went down 5 horsepower. Here is my knee-jerk reaction as to why they did such a thing. Gee, what's coming out in the Acura product line? It was an Acura Integra. And I'm going to guess right now in front of you that it's going to come with a 1.5 liter turbo. Who remembers the Si being out at the same time as the RSX Type S? And the RSX Type S had to make 210 horsepower, while my car only made 197. Well, if you throw an 8th Gen Civic Si on a dyno, it makes more than 197 horsepower. Not to the wheels, but the engine ends up making more than 197 horsepower because they couldn't outdo bigger brother that's over there at Acura, right? Gee, I wonder if the same thing's happening all over again with the new Integra. I guess we won't find out anytime soon. We have to wait until Acura decides to tell us what's under the hood of the new Integra. My guess is 1.5 liter turbo for a non-Type S. Probably going to be making, well, guess what, 210 to 220 horsepower. So it will probably make 10 to 20 more horsepower than this Civic Si. Good news is on the Civic Si is it does make more torque, 300 RPM sooner, same amount of torque, 192 foot-pounds of torque, but at 1800 RPM, all the way to 5000 RPM, so big, fat, wide torque curve, which is great. Power is peaked out at 6,000 RPM. That's when the 200 horses hit, so it starts to drop off to its 6,500 RPM red line. I don't like modern turbos and it only going to 6,500. My car revs to 8,200. My buddy has a Honda on his. His revs to 8,600. Man, I love the high revving nature of my Si, so I'm not trading in anytime soon. The previous gen, the 10th Gen Si, I love the adaptive dampers. I drove that thing, and although the engine didn't impress me very much, the adaptive dampers did. I thought they were fantastic. Well, those are gone this year, so no more adaptive dampers because some people didn't like them. I thought they were the best feature of the previous gen. So let me tell you what they have now. They've stiffened everything. So 54% stiffer out the rear, 8% stiffer in the front. They have an anti-roll bar that's hollow, 27 millimeters out front, and 18 millimeter solid bar in the rear. I have a 19, so I can tell you that 18 is going to be really good. 235/40 tires with 18-inch wheels. They're matte black. The brakes, though, big upgrade. So 1.2 inches bigger up front, almost a full inch, 0.9 inches bigger in the back. So that's cool. Still 6-speed manual only, so Honda's keeping that true. They added Rev Matching from the Type R. Disable that, learn how to Rev Match yourself. And it's 10% shorter throws, and they've increased the shifter feel because the previous Si shifter feel, I was not impressed. I was like, this doesn't feel like my Hondas normally feel. So I do like that. Now, the torsional rigidity has been increased 8%, 13% increase in bending stiffness. No pricing as of yet. Previous gen started at $26,000 or $26,100. We don't have the pricing now. I'm going to guess it still lands between 26 and 27. It shouldn't increase that much because not much has changed. Still comes with a helical limited slip differential, so thank you for giving us an LSD. As far as the looks are concerned, Honda nailed it. I love the looks of this Si. I'm going to say it's the best looking Si ever made. That's just my opinion. If looks matter to you, this thing is fantastic, especially in this orange pearl. I don't know. I might have an an affinity for the orange since I own one, but this is just better looking. I love the black spoiler. I love the black wheels. I am imagining this with black tinted windows with the black stripe on the hood, not the hood, the front windshield. I think this thing looks fantastic. The inside looks great as well. These seats, they look two-tone, so it's black around the sides, red in the middle. It's got nice supportive seats where it's going to hug you, but it's also going to be comfortable, which the previous Gen SIs were fantastic as well. Mine are pretty good, but I really did like the 10th Gen SI. The seats were very comfortable. The adaptive dampers were just killer. I loved that. Comfortable when you wanted it, sporty when you wanted it. Now it's just going to be sporty, which is fine. That's what the SI is supposed to be. But anyways, so the dash, they changed it. They put a little red edges around the honeycomb grille, which is cool for the SI. So it still comes with some standard safety tech equipment. It looks nice. I love the interior. I love the exterior. As far as the looks, high five Honda, fantastic. I think the best looking SI ever made, in my opinion. I think the looks are the best part of this. Fuel economy is going to be really good. You're going to average 31 miles per gallon, up to 37, 38 on the highway. I mean, that's just fantastic. I think the price is going to probably be pretty good for new car standards. I mean, 26, 27 sounds like a lot of money, but for what you get, it's going to be pretty good. My biggest disappointment is the 200 horsepower, but I believe that's going to be because of the new Acura Integra, that it has to make more because it's the bigger brother and this can't make more. So it is what it is. I don't like that 200 horsepower figure, but what do you guys think down below? Is this something you guys are going to get? If I didn't already own my SI, I might be interested, but since I own mine and this only makes 3 horsepower more than mine, a whole lot more torque, and it does look better than mine, I'll be honest with you. This looks fantastic. But I will stick with mine. I like taking mine around the track. I like the fact that mine's paid for. So I'm a big Honda Civic Si fan, but this looks fantastic. I love inside and out. Just not a big fan of the horsepower number. However, I can tell you how to fix it. So there's a company called Honda. Now, Honda has not gotten their hands on this new SI, but on the previous Gen SI for $700, it added quite a bit of horsepower. You should check Honda out. I'm not sponsored by them, but you should check them out. Anyways, leave your comments down below. Would you get this, the GTI, the Elantra N-Line, you know, stuff like that? So what kind of sporty new car would you get for around $26,000? You let me know down below. My name's Eric. This is Cruise Control. Thank you for watching.